Do you want to get ahead of 99% of people in just 6 months, but you simply don't know how? The truth is, you don't lack willpower or motivation or the knowledge or the capabilities, the abilities, the people, the circumstances, the contacts. None of that. None of that is important. How to gain full control of your life and how to get ahead of 99% of people is simply a brutal mix of clarity, belief, persistence, and pain tolerance. You see, the truth is that most people drift through life. They float through life. They go through life with their fingers crossed. You're not like most people. You're not one of them. You are here to learn how to dominate in life, how to dominate your competition in just 6 months. And I will show you exactly how with these 4 simple principles. I advise you to stick around through all of these 4 principles because the last one is one of the best tips I ever gave on my channel, and I'm not even lying. The first tip is find your purpose in life. Find your purpose in life. This will always be the number one most important thing that you will have to do in your self-improvement journey. Find your why and your what. What do I really want to achieve in this lifetime? You have to have clarity. You have to know exactly what you want. Because if you do not know what you want, everything will just evaporate. Nothing is important. And why? Why do you want to achieve that mission, purpose? Make a list of reasons. This is one of the most important things. Make a list of reasons so you never lack inspiration and motivation. Because if you really have a reason to achieve that purpose of yours, for example, you want to honor your grandparents, or you want to retire your parents, you want to make your parents or your father or mother proud, or you want to make people around you happy, your friends happy, whatever. If you have that one reason, you will never, ever fail in life. Now, how does one find their purpose in life? Very simple. Use ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese concept that basically refers to finding your mission in life. How convenient. And an ikigai consists of 4 questions. Ask these 4 questions if you see if that purpose really is something that belongs to you. The first question is simply, do you love doing it? Do you love doing that thing? The second thing is, are you good at it? Are you proficient in doing it? The third thing is, can you get paid for it? And the fourth thing is, does the world or do the people around you need it? Can the people around benefit from? If you say yes to at least 3 to 4 out of these questions, you have ultimately found your purpose in life, and focus on that thing and that thing only. The second principle on becoming better and getting ahead of 99% of people in just 6 months is make a list of your ideal self. What I want you to do is this actionable step. Take a sheet of paper or write it down on your notes app on your phone. I don't care, but it's better when you actually physically write it down with a pen or a pencil. And write down my ideal self, or the best version of myself, or who do I want to become. It doesn't matter. Let's say my ideal self. And simply write down every single thing that comes to your mind on what kind of characteristics, attributes, and qualities does that person possess. And also write down everything that person doesn't do, that person does less of. How does that person deal with heartbreak, rejection, pain, insecurities, doubts, anxieties? Everything that comes to your mind, put it on that sheet of paper. And every single day, read that and read that and read that. And slowly, you're going to realize that you're going to start becoming that version of yourself. You see, this is basically self-improvement in a nutshell. This is basically self-improvement. This is all there is to it when it comes to self-improvement. It is making your ideal self, clarifying exactly who do you want to become and what do you want to accomplish, and then doing only things that are actually aligned with becoming that version of yourself and that person, and simply forget about everything else that isn't contributing to becoming that best version and that ideal self. Extremely, extremely, extremely powerful, but yet nobody does it. If you ask 99% of people, what will you do? Do you have a purpose in life? Everybody will say no, because they're directionless. But that's not you. The third tip, and this is also one of the most important things, is you have to make goals, plans, and set a deadline after every single goal and plan that you set out for yourself to achieve. Set daily, weekly, and monthly goals. Yearly goals as well, but that's optional. And always, every single night before bed, write down your goals and write your plans. Ask yourself these very important questions. How exactly am I going to do these required steps in order to achieve that goal that I set out for myself to achieve? What will I have to sacrifice? What will I have to do more of and what will I do less of? As I said in the previous point, clarity is the most important thing. If you know exactly what you want, pinpoint laser accuracy, you will not fail in life because you know exactly who you want to become and when do you want to become. And set deadlines. Every single goal should have a deadline. And with every single goal, you should practice this skill called sense of urgency skill. You should be that kind of person that has a tendency to launch on a task, that is a fast decision maker, that does things quickly, does the important tasks quickly, and simply forgets about all the tasks that just drain his energy, his will to succeed, and that just stuff that simply should be forgotten. Be that kind of person that is quick, that knows exactly what they want, and that makes plans on every single thing that they want to achieve. That is aware of what they should have to, or what they generally have to throw out, and what they should put in, what kind of qualities, attributes, etc., etc. And the fourth thing, and the most important thing, is learn how to embrace the suck, embrace the pain, and persist through the struggle. Because the struggle will come, pain will come, but 99% of people quit just because of this reason. Just because once it gets slow, once it gets boring and or painful, almost everybody quits. But you're not everybody. You are not one of these people. You are here to dominate. You will win in life. You are that person that will undoubtedly achieve those goals. Why? Because you are becoming unstoppable. The best attribute or the best quality that a person can possess is the art of becoming unstoppable. You have to become unstoppable, because if you become unstoppable, what can stop you? Nothing. You are unstoppable. The difference between winners and losers is the winners and losers, they all have self-limiting beliefs. They all have doubts that their mind puts on themselves. They all have these insecurities and these fears and anxieties. Everybody has that. The difference between winners and losers is losers look or listen to these voices that their mind is telling them. They don't hear them. They listen to them. The winners only hear them. They don't listen to them. They hear them. They're like, okay, you think I can't achieve that goal? So be it. You can think whatever you want to think. I will not listen to you because I know that I'm unstoppable. Life can throw me any challenge it wants. Life can throw me betrayal, pain, insecurities, horrible circumstances, horrible people around me, horrible happenings, horrible moments. Life can throw me everything. I don't care. I will be that person that will persist and that will become unstoppable. And if you get that quality, if you try every single day, and if you persist through the struggle, you will become better than 99% of people in 3 months, not in 6 months, in 3 months. So become unstoppable and become somebody who you were meant to become. So simply to recap, number one, find your purpose in life. Find your purpose in life. Ask yourself the 4 Ikigai questions, and don't be directionless like the 95 to the 99%. Second thing is create your self-ideal. What does that person possess? What are that person's attributes, qualities? Everything. Write everything. And what that person doesn't do. The third thing is set goals, plans, and a deadline. And practice sense of urgency, because that is one of the most important, if not the most important skill that almost every single successful person has. And the fourth thing, and the most important thing, is embrace the struggle, man. Embrace the struggle. Persist through the pain, persist through the adversity, and become that person that life cannot beat, and become unstoppable. Thank you so much. I appreciate you greatly. Your support has been absolutely ridiculous, guys. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and God bless.